What is going on, everybody? It's Alexis Marchand here from the Four Pillar Journey, and today we're going to talk about the 6 mistakes that you should avoid in the relationships. Now, before we get started, if you guys could like the video and subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. But without further ado, let's get started. The first mistake, this video is going to be directed towards men. The first mistake you can make as a man in a relationship is over prioritizing your female. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is you cannot put more time and attention to your woman than you do your own goals. This might sound selfish, but let me clarify. When you deviate from your purpose, from your goals to spend time with your woman, at the end of the day, throughout time in the relationship, the woman will lose respect for you. I touched on this in one of my earlier videos because when you give too much time to your woman, she is not going to respect you. She needs you to prioritize your goals so you can succeed and she can go along with you in the journey. I've said this before as well. She does not know it, but subconsciously, she is testing you. She wants to see if you will fold just to go on a little ice cream date with her rather than spending the time on things that actually matter, aka your goals. That should be your number one priority. And not even with women, overall. Do not get distracted from your goals no matter what. That is the first mistake a lot of men make. And this affects the relationship with time. It might not be seen right away, but trust me, this is when the woman doesn't really like you anymore. This is what happens. Now, on to the second mistake. You are not a good leader. You do not know how to make decisions, especially in the little things. The most common one is trying to force the woman to pick somewhere to eat. You know, and I know that if you ask a woman what she wants to eat, 9 times out of 10, she's going to say, I don't know. And you as a man have to be a leader and be able to take action on those small things. If you yourself are not sure, you could just ask her, are you craving Mexican, Italian, or American? And then go from there. You do not want to let these little decisions be left up to her. Even though they are not high stake decisions, you should know that as a man, you should take the lead and be confident and affirm where or what it is you are doing. This is going to show to the woman that you can take responsibility, even if it's just on a minor scale. It will show to her that you have the courage and the leadership to take action when it might come to bigger things. Now, leading up to the third one, we're going to roll right through these, is not being a good listener. This is something that I talk about a lot on this channel. When a woman is speaking to you, whether that be her problems or just venting to you, you have to pay attention to what it is she is saying, because most of the times, as a man, you have to learn how to read in between the lines, whether something is bothering her or whether she's giving you on clues on who she is as a person. You have to be a good listener, because if you're not, later on, women are very key on remembering things, especially when you fuck up. They'll bring up something that you did like 5 years ago that you don't even remember. Us as men sometimes don't even remember what we had for breakfast. And women are the complete opposite. They pay attention to the details. So you as a man have to be a good listener so you can show her that not only do you actually care for her, but you're able to better understand her as a woman, what it is she likes and what it is that she doesn't like. Because trust me, it's happened to me where a woman has told me something. I'm like, oh, really? I don't remember that. And she's like, oh, you don't? I told you this last week or 2 weeks ago. And it really shows bad on your part because it shows that you're not listening to her. And for her, it seems as if you don't care about her. So it's very important to be a good listener, an active listener, not just listening through one ear and it's going out the other. You have to pay attention to what she's actually saying. Pretend you're gonna have a test at the end of the, well, at the end of the set, not session, but when you're done talking to her or when you're done hanging out with her, pretend you're gonna have a test on everything she told you. Not everything is important as far as what they say because they have the tendency to blabber on or say unmeaningful things. But like I said, that's how you have to read in between the lines because between all the bullshit, there's very key information that she's giving you and you have to be keen on what it is she is saying. Now, onto my, what is this third point here? We have, yes, getting with women simply because of their physical attraction. It is so common, yet it baffles me how some men think that a good woman relies on the physicality when that is far from the truth. A woman's physicality is only gonna take you so far. When those titties are saggy and she doesn't fuck you anymore, what value is she gonna bring into your life? Is she gonna cook for you? Is she gonna listen to what you have to say and follow directions? Is she gonna be able to support you emotionally and mentally? Is she gonna be able to provide some actual money to the table as far as it goes? Because you don't want a woman who is spending more money than she is bringing in. Those are qualities or traits of a good woman. And you as a man have to know how to differentiate a slut or a gold digger or a woman who just uses her body as opposed to a good woman. Any day I would take a 7 that treats me well over a 10 that's fucking brain dead. I've gone out on dates with women who are very beautiful, but having a conversation with them is a chore in itself. It is painful. And it's just like, damn, bitch, I just want to drop you off to the crib and not talk to you again. It is that boring. Someone you can have a conversation with, someone you could talk to your goals about and she'll support them. That is a good woman. As men, we have to take the responsibility on picking a good woman. It's no one's fault that the woman is a bitch if you, in the beginning, did not see that. Now, on to my next point here, we have getting too emotional. The arguments that you're going to have with a woman are bound to happen. But what I see is men get emotional. The best thing you can do is to stay silent. And if the relationship is really going on the wrong turn, just leave. You gain nothing from arguing with a woman. You are a man. You should not be arguing with a woman. That only makes you look weak, especially to the woman, and she's not going to respect you. And this is one of the main things about this video. A woman has to respect you. If not, the relationship is going to fail eventually. Trust me. I've seen it with friends. I've seen it with family members. I've seen it. The woman has to respect you as a man. So, why are you out here trying to argue with women? What do you gain from it? Nothing. Because you know women, since they're physically weaker than men, they've had to adapt to become a better person at arguing. They're going to beat you every time. And they're emotional creatures. They're bound to argue. You as a man have to use the rational and understand where it is she is coming from. And sometimes they just want to argue for fun, which is crazy, but that's just how women are. And you as a man have to know how to control your emotions. That is very key. Because if a woman can get you mad, imagine another man. This is why some people try to start fights just by too much eye contact. Because they're too emotional. They do not know how to control their own emotions. And on to my last point here, we have do not try to change your significant other. This is a super common, if not the most common mistake men and women try to make. This is why it's very important at the beginning of a relationship, like I said earlier, to be a good listener. If she's showing signs of being a improper woman, you really think that you're gonna come here, put on your little cape, and save a hoe and try to change her when in reality you know who she was from the get-go. It is not going to work. You are trying to reprogram something in her that has been enrooted to a point of no return. You are way better off looking for another woman than you over here trying to change her. It's not going to work. So you as a man have to change yourself in order to find the right woman. You have to provide value in order to receive value. This is how life works. So don't waste your time trying to save somebody or trying to change somebody. Because like I've said in some of my videos, the real world is not a damn movie. You guys are too, oh man, like too lost in not even in reality, in this dystopian future. You find somebody, you think you're gonna change them, you guys are gonna live happily ever after. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Be smart. That is all I can say. I hope this video served you well, and if it did, again, please remember to give it a like, comment, and subscribe. This video is really important as men because this is how the divorce rates happen at a majority, they are happening more and more every single year. And if you realize who are the ones filing the divorce, majority of the time it's the woman, because you're making mistakes as a man, and you made the biggest mistake of not realizing who she was as a woman. That's it, guys. I hope you guys have a good one, and until next one, peace out.